The condition that I was experiencing was sleep apnea. I didn't know that it was called sleep apnea. I just knew that I was stopping breathing at night. It was very, very scary. I knew I was in serious trouble and I needed to go to the doctor when I would wake up in the middle of the night just gasping for breath. And in fact, I would incorporate not breathing into my dreams. I would be dreaming that I was in a stuffy shower and I couldn't catch my breath. And I would just wake up literally sitting up, catching my breath, and my heart would pound. So I started reading about that and what was the cause of it. And I read about sleep apnea and all the serious problems you could have as a result of having that disorder. And so I knew I had to go to the doctor and do something. When the alarm clock would go off, it was terrible. I would cry because I was so tired, I didn't want to wake up. I literally had tears in my eyes thinking that I had to get out of bed. And when I'd fall asleep, I would fall asleep immediately. When I'd go to work, I would sit in front of my desk and this would be me. It was just everything I could do to stay awake. And all I could think about was going to sleep. So when I was awake, I was thinking about when can I go to bed? When can I take a nap? And I had to have a nap every day after work. I was thinking, well, maybe this is what happens when you start getting older. I was getting near 40, thinking, okay, this is what 40-year-olds do. They go around with no sleep. I had bags under my eyes. I looked bad. I felt bad. And again, I thought I was just aging. My first appointment was with Dr. Esther, and she asked me several questions about what I was experiencing with my breathing problems when I was sleeping. And she set me up for a sleep study. And it was during the sleep study that I realized how bad my problem was. During the sleep study, they found that I was stopping breathing about 92 times an hour. So that was considered severe sleep apnea. And my oxygen levels were below 75%. And so that was the problem. And to fix the problem, they offered CPAP therapy. And so I did not tolerate the CPAP very well, unfortunately. So I talked to Dr. Esther about it, and she said, if there's anyone who can do anything surgically, it's someone in this building. And that was Dr. Mayer. When I went to see Dr. Mayer, he gave me a full exam with the tubes going up my nose and down my throat with the cameras, and I was able to see all the problems I really did have. After considering my options, I decided to go ahead and go with the surgery. For the surgery, Dr. Mayer did 5 things. He reduced the turbinates in my nose. Those are cylindrical-like structures inside there. He straightened out the septum so I could have better airflow. He shortened the palate and made that stiffer somehow. I think that's called a U-triple-P. And he removed a bilingual tonsil that was in the way. And the wildest thing is he reduced the size of my tongue by 20%. After the surgery, about a month after recovery, another sleep study was ordered. I went to Dr. Mayer and to see what the results were, and he said not only did we hit a home run, but we hit it out of the park. The number of times I stopped breathing at night went to 5 times an hour. So I went from 92 times an hour down to 5. The main thing, how my life has changed since the surgery, is that I feel rested, and before, it was terrible. I don't know if you've ever had one night of no sleep, but if you've had consecutive nights of no sleep for years, imagine how bad you would feel. And then to finally get some rest, how wonderful that feeling is. And gosh, just to be able to think clearly. I don't know how I survived before, so a lot of positive improvements in my life, the way I feel, my relationships, at work, just being able to do tasks better and more efficiently. So a lot of positive improvements. Knowing what I know now, I would have had the surgery 3 years ago. Yes, I would definitely do it over again if I had a friend that was in the same situation as I, that had the same symptoms, the same problems as I did. I would certainly recommend them to go through with the surgery. It's just been a wonderful thing in my life. My quality of life has increased so much that I'm forever thankful for them and for Dr. Mayer in particular.